My theory about a program for liberation is that it needs to be explainable by a second grader, or else it's not very practical. It's not usable. So, for example, the first plank on my program would be nobody gets seconds until everyone has had firsts. That's profoundly revolutionary. It's actually incompatible with capitalism. And yet it resonates with almost everybody, right? Another one might be don't break stuff what you can't fix. Seems simple enough. Don't use things up at a faster rate than their capacity to replenish. There are all of these things that people know and understand and have had to learn as children in order to get by in the world, but somehow are convinced that they don't work on larger scales, right? So I ask organizers, well, if you took this program, the second grader program, and took it to your most reactionary relative at the holiday table and said, hey, listen to this program, reactionary uncle. What do you think of it? Almost everybody comes back with the answer to saying, well, he would say that's all very nice. I wish the world could be that way. That's pie in the sky. But we live in the real world. Get real, get over it. If we don't take for ourselves, other people will, et cetera, et cetera. So what he's telling us is that his heart is on our side. But his despair, his hopelessness prevents him from seeing a real pathway to that as possibility. So that the process of liberation is the process of making pathways visible to people. And it's partly a question of storytelling, but it's partly a question of structuring our movements in a way that the experience of living that movement tells and reinforces that story, that generosity is possible, that loving each other can be rewarding and is not necessarily a recipe for being betrayed and killed, right? So that it's really how do we go back to what people hunger for the most deeply, but are so convinced is not possible.